She's an icon, she's a legend, and she is the moment. Now come on now.
Welcome to another episode of Feminine Fridays. It is your host, Arthur China T, Coach Erica, and this is where we get back to our femininity so that we can attract the right masculine energy into our space. In order to do that, we have apologized to ourselves, then forgiven ourselves to return back to our self-love so that we can show others how to treat us. And that's why we are on this feminine journey. Listen, sis, there's nothing feminine about a closed-off woman who doesn't speak to people in public, okay? She walks into every room guarded, acting like she's the only person there before using her phone as a safety net because she really doesn't know how to engage in conversation with others. That's not a feminine woman. That's a masculine woman. And if you haven't recognized it, the next time you go out by yourself, take a notice to your patterns on how you walk into the area. If you're on your phone or texting on your phone, if you walk in and somebody gives you eye contact, but you turn your head away or you roll your eyes, or if someone even tries to speak and you give them a dry response, the next time you go out into a room, I want you to gauge that so that you can determine if you've been in your feminine space or if you're sitting and resting in a masculine space, preventing people trying to get out to get to know you. We want to come from doing that, sis. Feminine women don't walk around acting like they're too good to talk to strangers because they understand the quiet power in being approachable. They know their energy is an introduction before they even speak, and they choose to carry softness, openness, and grace, sis. That doesn't mean they're naive, thirsty for attention, or overly eager. It means they're secure enough in who they are to show up in every space, fully present, and that presence is magnetic. When a feminine woman walks into a room, she doesn't shrink, but she also doesn't dominate the space with her arrogance or stiffness. She walks in with confidence, shoulders relaxed, face lifted, and eyes aware. There's the ease in her step. She'll make eye contact, smile genuinely, and say she's never afraid to say hello to somebody new. Here's an example. You're at a networking mixer. While others cling to your phones or they stand in cliques, you're effortlessly gliding from one group to the next, asking thoughtful questions, complimenting someone's outfit, laughing softly when someone shares a story. People notice you not because you're trying to be seen, but because you're fully present in the moment. Before the night is over, 3 people have asked for your contact info. 1 complimented your energy, and another said there's just something about you. Can you imagine that? Maybe it's happening before. That's feminine. It's inviting. On the flip side, the masculine woman often enters the same space completely different. Masculine women will walk in with the internal script. I'm not here to make new friends. I don't trust people. I don't need to talk to anybody I don't know. And that's exactly the energy that radiates off them. Their body language is closed. They give quick glances, tight lips, crossed arms. When someone tries to start a conversation with them, it's met with a half smile or a dry one-word response that kills a vibe instantly. Let me give you an example to see if you've done this before. You've walked into the same networking event in heels, full glam outfit on point, but your energy is tight. You immediately pull out your phone as a safety net. Someone walks up to compliment you and you respond with a flat thanks without making eye contact. Another person tries to start casual conversation and you answer like you're doing them a favor. By the end of the night, no one has approached you twice. The truth is, sis, many masculine women mistake being closed off as being of high value. But the real power, sis, is in being selective, not unavailable. Feminine energy doesn't fear interaction. It filters it. A feminine woman can talk to a stranger and still have boundaries. She can smile and say hello without giving anyone access to her private world. Her warmth doesn't equal weakness. It's emotional intelligence at work. This is what you have to understand, sis. Feminine women also understand that every new person isn't a threat. Some people are blessings, connectors, or even just small amounts of joy for the time being. Whether it's the barista at the coffee shop, the older woman in line at the grocery store, I know y'all done seen it before, or the man holding the door open. Be human to the interaction with these people, not for validation purposes, sis, but because you understand the flow of energy and how it multiplies when exchanged intentionally. So let's break this down even more so y'all can get this in y'all head. A feminine woman sees someone staring at her and she smiles back. A masculine woman's going to roll her eyes or look away sharply. A feminine woman receives compliments with grace. Thank you so much. That's really kind. A masculine woman says, okay, or downplays a compliment as seeming humble or untouchable. A feminine woman can ask someone's name or start a light conversation just to be kind. A masculine woman thinks that kind of openness is dangerous or worse, doing too much. It all boils down to this, sis. Feminine energy doesn't need to prove it's special. It just is. It allows others to experience you without fear or ego. So you do not need to act better than people to be of high value. Sometimes the most high value woman in a room is the one who makes everyone around her feel seen and not small, sis. So let's come back to planet Earth, get out of those bubbles, understand that some spaces you've entered, you've went in with a masculine energy that has made you unapproachable. But we're doing things different now, because now we're going to be the energy of the room. They're going to remember you. Even if they don't say nothing to you, the next time they see you, they will. This is where we are when we get back to our feminine energy. We exude love. Our presence is known and it is welcome and it is waiting on the other side. People are waiting for it. So if you're having a problem with that, sis, go back to the drawing board where you have to apologize to yourself and forgive yourself, and then we can get back to this point. Because if you haven't done that yet and you're still blaming yourself for things that you couldn't do better if you didn't know better, then you're going to have a hard time being that feminine woman that allows people to come into your space and for you to feel approachable and like they have to know you. Stay tuned for Monday for Never Date Just Once, sis, 7 p.m. I will see you then.